Hey, we're back with part two. I'm trying to do a live video here and I got 15 minutes in and then I guess it froze. And I just have to say, my chainsaw work, my milling work, I did two sides on camera, but it froze. So I didn't catch any of it. So nobody saw but me. So if you're picking up this part two, go to part one. We're milling here together. I was saying, please follow Nicole's social media below because her Instagram is fantastic. She has her link tree to her other social media pages you can join and send a message. And it's very helpful for us to have you guys comment below, interact with the video. And if you ever leave a super chat or a donation, that's the most helpful. I've noticed that our videos that have donations or super chats, they do a lot better on YouTube. And so that really helps the show survive because nothing else. I mean, if you guys notice, we don't even do sponsors in our videos anymore. It's just, it opens up and you watch Jake and Nicole because we're just too busy with kids I'm too busy to negotiate those sponsorship deals. And I barely have enough time to put videos out for you. Plus I'm building this house. I think those are more important. Kids, house, videos, in that order. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry to lose you before. So let's mill the third edge. So I just milled the two edges. I give you guys a sneak peek at what we're doing is we're taking this giant piece of wood. I just felled the tree back here and I'm gonna show you guys how the sawmill cuts it up. I did this already once, but we're trying it again. Here's the wood I'm milling next to the container house. So this is the stash so far, and I've already milled a lot. Like I already milled all the beds in the greenhouse. The greenhouse there is all milled up and ready to go. I've milled up these raised beds. I got wood here for the raised beds to use. And most of these are 16-foot long, 2-inch thick, 2-inch by 6, 2-inch by 4, 2-inch by 10, 2-inch by 12, even some 2-inch by 16s. And now this one is a 20-inch diameter log. Let me show you how we do it. I just make sure the whole family is either behind the saw or way far away, like an acre or more away, because I don't trust these saws, you know? Let's hope this works this time. If you guys can comment, tell me if you can see me or hear me, I would appreciate that. Let me read the comments right now. So if you guys can leave a comment right now, I might see it. Yeah, please, I really don't trust YouTube's demographics, so please tell me again, are you male, female? Are you, what city are you in? What country are you in? How old are you? I love knowing who's watching us. The last video was mostly girls watching. I can't believe mostly women are interested in the off-grid life. I would think it'd be like young men, but I don't find that. A ton of the comments, the overwhelming amount of comments we get are from like people over the age of 65 years old. And it seems like they're all liking this young couple living close to nature and doing for themselves self-reliantly. So, yeah, please go visit Nicole's social media down below, send her a message, and go hit like on all of her recent pictures and posts. She posts herself, some family. She has 3 Instagram pages, Nicolle Off Grid, Nicolle Love Official, and Komorebi Off Grid. And they're all in the links down below. Plus, you can get her link tree with all of her different social media stuff. Yes. All right, let's mill this one up here. So last time it didn't catch it, let's do it again. I'm gonna just show you guys how to turn it on here. Go to the last video for more. All right, so we turn this guy on. This is a water tank. Water is really important. So water comes down, there's a little valve right here, a little nipple. See that guy? When I turn the water on, it squirts water on the blade, and that's the only lubricant we need. You would think you would need some like WD-40 or grease. You don't, you need just water going through as you're milling. This is the throttle I set up. You can touch the engine and make a throttle, or we set it up the throttle right here. That, and the engine over here, it spins right there. That's got a belt, and when that belt spins, these wheels spin, and then this is the blade. It's like a sawtooth blade like that. Very thin. It goes through the wood like butter if it's brand new. So watch. kind of get the gist of how it works. And then it's gonna just, this whole thing rolls like this, forward and back, and we just pass the blade through the wood and we make lumber. I don't know if the last video, if it got this part, but I talked about how if you go to the store and you buy your own wood, you know, think about it. You got to go get a job. You got to go make some money. You got to get all your basic necessities of life paid for first, your housing, your food, your family, and then you got some money for wood. Then you got to go to the hardware store, pick it out, somehow get it to your house and build with it. And for me, I'm different. I like to fall the tree, cut the wood into sections, and then use the tractor and lift it on the mill. And then we can kind of be artistic and we can think, how do we want to use this one? So this one could be countertops or it could be shelving, but I really need a lot of building lumber. So everything I'm doing is going to be 2-inch thick. I was talking in the last video how it's amazing. You go by, am I screaming? I got these guys on. Yeah, I was screaming. It's amazing how if you go to the store and buy a 2x4, a board, a 2x4, it's actually 1.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And that extra 1/2 inch I'm finding is very important, especially for strength. I'm milling legit 2x4s, 2x4, and they're very strong. But the hard part is that most of the fasteners, most of the hangers, the metal guys that hold the wood in shape when you frame, they're built for 1.5 by 3.5 inch or 1.5 by 5.5. So when you make actual 2x4s, even though it's stronger, the world is not kind of built to that. You got to buy other hangers that kind of go on the outside or the inside. Anyways, let's mill this guy. Oh, I can't mill it. I gotta flip it. So let's flip it together here. I'll show you how we flip it. So I'll go like that, and then we flip it with the tractor. And last time I did some chainsaw work on the log, and I did some tractor work. And I gotta say, for being live, I can mess up big time here. This morning, Nicolle was trying to film for YouTube, and we messed up. I messed up. The mill broke like 5 times. I had to fix the belt and the water and the blade and everything. And then I went live, and I went live 5 minutes ago, and everything was perfect. I flipped the log perfect with the tractor. The mill's perfect, and then I come back, and the signal was cut, and none of it got on camera. So let's try it again. Let's see if I'm still able to do it live without any mistakes here. I'm reading your comments coming in. Keep them coming. I love it. If I can't read them right now, like Maureen just commented, I will read them later. So please go for it. That I probably shouldn't do. My back is not going to like that. I'll probably get probably another way to do this, but I still got a pretty good amount of strength. I feel pretty good today. I'm feeling pretty healthy, so let me do it. See, I got to put the log back on there on the sides now, and I don't have anything mechanically to give me leverage, so I got to just kind of get it on the tractor on the side. When the logs are smaller, when they're like this big around, I got all the muscle in the world to do it. But this is a 16-foot piece of spruce, and it's 22 inches at the middle. feel sometimes that if I was to be playing golf and that was an eagle at the Masters, the crowd would applaud. But I do things like that, and there's nobody here. But I feel like that was a good move. Hello to Switzerland. I want to go to Switzerland. 74 years young. Hey, Judith. Use windshield washer fluid for lubricant. Is that real? For real? Well, see, IS Cat is saying she doesn't use, or he or she doesn't use water for lubricant. Well, yeah, the mill takes oil and it takes lube. Like there's legit grease on bearings in there, but water for the blade to keep it flowing while it's in motion. Okay, so now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put the log on the tracks here, and then I got these guys. This is like a log dog that holds the log, and these guys kind of hold it in place, but I've been using them to catch, so I got them pinned up, and when the log goes on there, these guys will stop the log from rolling off the other side. Let's see if it works. When I get that on there like that, this is sizable. I mean, the difference between a log 22 inches in diameter that's fresh cut spruce, and the difference between that and like a log that's Like if I cut a log that's 10 inches, I can still mill some good wood out of that, out of a hemlock. But it's so much easier to manhandle around a hemlock that's smaller. I mean, this is so big. This is about the limit that my tractor can carry. And if I do anything wrong, it's gonna break the mill, it's gonna break me and things like that. So it feels pretty good when I use the leverage appropriately, get it on there, and then now I can just kind of make it vertical. So watch here, I'll bring you over here, we can watch. And let's see. So now you can see how that log is not vertical. And so I've got I got a little level here, and we throw the level on there and it's like way off. It needs to be like that. So we're gonna just to the other side. I'm gonna blame you guys for that. You guys distracted me. I didn't put this guy in on this side right here. I didn't do this one. You guys distracted me here. Let's see. Here, let's see if I can show this on camera. It's so hard. And this is live YouTube, so I could mess up. Yeah, somebody's saying I knew somebody was gonna say that. So here's the issue. I built this whole mill myself, you know, from scratch. You know, every bolt, every piece of metal, every bit of the engine, the wiring, everything from scratch. And the one thing that kind of got me going is the log dogs. Like I put them on either, I tried milling logs with the log dogs on that side or this side. And I can't figure out which I like better. So I like it the way I have it, and it might be wrong, but I like it. Who just said something about the log dogs? Somebody just said, let me go back in the chat. We live in a container house, very small. Let's see here. Somewhere on YouTube, yeah. So this kind of mill, you can add things. So if that person on YouTube had a sawmill and they had a hydraulic claw that could lift the log on, I chose not to buy that accessory. I could have. It's several thousands of dollars extra, and I just didn't think I would need it. See, our forest around here was logged 40 years ago, and so the trees aren't gargantuan. We don't get any old growth here. This is like 3rd generation growth. And Albany, New York. I miss New York. Thank you very much. And so this is like the biggest log we're ever gonna have, and so I thought the tractor was enough to do it, you know? So let's roll this thing on there. We'll do it together here. Okay, so we're gonna roll this guy. Oh man. Yeah, do this over here. Now Nicolle and the family are coming over. They might come in the live, so hang out. You might see Nicolle and the family here. Hey, you want to do me a favor? You want to go on YouTube and just see if I'm still live or if it has the same glitch? I see comments coming in, so I think I am live. Am I still live? Are you guys real people? Can you see me and hear me still? The last video I did 25 minutes and none of it got picked up. It's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, they're all saying yes too. I see a bunch of yeses coming in. Keep chatting. I'm gonna read these in a second. It is so heavy, man. Okay. Does anybody on YouTube there want to come over and lend me a hand? You know what just happened? This earlier when I had that problem, this whole bar just came out. I forgot to pin it. It's a big time my fault. Let me trap this and try this really quick. This is where I'm gonna get real hurt for you guys on YouTube. So watch, I'm about to get really hurt. Let's see, is that? Let's see if we can live stream Jake getting crushed. God, the easiest fix ever just there. All right, fixed it. Now I will pin it. All right, now we're back in business. Hey Fox, how does this log look? Big? You want this one to be your room? Yeah. Okay, Mama forgot the door again. Ah. I'm just trying to make this thing vertical, buddy. So stay back, okay? Stay way back in. Stay with Mama. Well, this is the stuff I normally cut out. How does that look to you guys? Does that look vertical? The reason why it looks vertical to you, buddy, it still looks a ½ inch off to me. It's a ½ inch off. I don't want to have boards that are off. I'll tell you, that was dangerous because I don't like to work on this thing when there's a big log on it. So normally, I think when the camera's on, I make more mistakes. I gotta be honest, it's one of the hardest parts of YouTube is that YouTube actually makes me incredibly inefficient. It makes me like 300% slower. And it makes me really sloppy to have to film yourself. When the camera's off, I do my best work, honestly. Are you the same? Hey, can I flip this around so that you can just control it? Just look at this. I'll use the front camera because it's much better. And then they can see me drop this log. I haven't made a mistake yet, but this is taking forever. All right, mill's gonna turn on in 4 minutes. Here we go. Gotta like oh man. Oh, there we go, got it. Yeah, something's really, really wrong. Let me, come on, turn it toward me. All right, that was tough just because I just am being a little bit of a stickler for that last half an inch to make it up and down level. It looks great. Okay, so check this out. Now we'll see it turn on here. So we're gonna go keys. We're on. Now the log is nice up and down, so we're gonna mill the top off and the bottom off. Then we just start cutting off slabs. As long as my feed holds, I'll stick with you guys till we cut off some slabs here. Check it out. I'll leave it right there for a second. There we go, water jet on. Water's gonna squirt. We see how high we want it. Battery powered, height adjusted. I'm gonna take that much off, get the water going. We're squirting. The big no-no I ever do is stop it while it's going through, but I'm doing it for you guys because I want to get this off here. Let's go. I got this here, the line, they'll tell me what size board I'm making. So let's go for like a 1 inch. Well, I gotta cut some more off, so here we go. So now you guys who are beginners, you guys who are veterans can criticize me. You guys who are beginners can see what's going on here. We're making it square, and then once the bottom edge is off, I'll just start going through it 2 inches at a time, making a bunch of slabs, and then I'll store those over so they can dry out fully. And then what I'm gonna do is take my table saw and my circular saw and rip them into whatever size piece I need at the time. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting the roof on, and then once the roof's on, I'm going inside to frame out everything. And then I'm gonna take all the wood I've already milled, the yurt decking, the yurt shingles that are on the woodshed and on the bunkies, all the yurt wood that I milled. I'm taking all that apart. I'm gonna plane it about 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch thickness, and I'm gonna use that instead of drywall to make rooms in there. Yeah, hey, Mr. C, I beat you to it. I got both. I just said it. I said planer before you did. Gotcha. All right, who's out there? You guys want to stick? Should I keep the live going? Only been 35 minutes. Should I go? You want to see me actually rip? Here, let's do it. I'm not even gonna ask you. Let's rip a board so you guys can see the final board come off. At the risk of something terribly going wrong. I would love an Arizona off-grid location. I was there 25 years. I know exactly how to do it. I feel like I have the secrets of the Sonoran Desert. And everybody who's there is working a job, and I have the secrets. It's the ancient ways, the adobe, the date palms, the edible cactus, the jojoba, the mesquite. Those are the secrets. Yeah. Cob building, earthship. All right, here we go. Last flip. It's on there pretty good this time. Just get, here we go. What angle you guys at? Can you see okay? My phone could die any second. Let me see where I'm at here. 1%. Let me end it. I'll come back live to you and you guys can watch the next episode. 1% left. I'm gonna rip these out, put them over there by the container house, and then subscribe and stick with us. The whole container series, I'll show you the whole thing as we take our 5-member family, now with 3 kids in there. And then we'll go back to the tropical place and we'll finish the tropical bug out house. I can't wait to show you guys that house. It's gonna be a pole house in the tropics. Love you guys, thanks for watching. I'll come back in and answer your comments. Get it in there and comment. And thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon.